doing at this time. And you can also see Fisayo in a blue shirt as well. All right. Let's get things moving real quickly to some of the platforms that you can connect with us for today. Of course, WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981. And YouTube, we're streaming live. It's youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. On Twitter, smooth981FM. Over to you, Rotus.
Yeah, so I think we're talking about streaming today, streaming services, collaborations between governments, particularly the Nigerian governments and Amazon Prime Video. I think it was Lai Mohammed that disclosed that the federal government of Nigeria is partnering with Amazon Prime Video in order to train filmmakers on development of local content. So I think they're leveraging on the expertise, if you will, of Amazon Prime in order to I guess, help filmmakers improve the quality of their content, smooth over the edges, maybe learn how to market them as well. It sounds like a good idea. I guess any chance you can get to, partner with expertise and build your content development in the area of film, that can work. Could they have partnered with Iroko, a more local or indigenous firm that is doing the same thing as Amazon Prime or anything else? Perhaps, but I think it's a good development. Fisayo, what do you think about it?
I mean, it's an interesting development. I think that it's good that they're planning, they're partnering with Amazon Prime or anyone like that. It could be Netflix, it could be anyone, right? To improve, because I mean everyone needs to improve, right? But I'm excited because this partnership is going to end when Amazon then decides to do a documentary on Buhari and just, or on the president or on this government, right? And, make it great quality documentary, talk about the failings and the shortcomings and, and how the government has, to a large extent, made more Nigerians poor, how, government has made Nigeria technically insolvent, disclose to the entire world how, you use over 90% of your revenues on debt service, and then you claim that your debt to GDP ratio is still very low. And then, of course, bring economists from around the world to discuss, cash flows and how debt to GDP is a vanity metric compared to what what the real, metric around debt service should be, to disclose how, insurgency seems to have been ground in Nigeria since the president since this government came to power, disclose how, to a large extent, this government had bullied journalists so that they couldn't, they can't report as much as they could. I mean, disclose just many things. Then, of course, we'll see what the partnership we've made of at that point. But hey, it's all, kisses and roses right now. But let's see. Let's wait till then.
He's leaving in 7 or 8 months, Abi. He's leaving soon. So he not even be in office when that documentary comes out.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's leaving?
He's leaving office in May of next year.
He might be the minister for information for the next government as well, right? So, I mean, because you don't know who the winner of the elections will be, right?
Yeah.
But I think that Nigerians are, Nigerians, it's similar to the way we are obedient to our teachers, right? Nigerians need to learn and, to just know which candidate or political party to vote for, right? I just guess, but again, we'll figure it out as time comes, as time goes.
Do you think there's anything that Nigerian filmmakers can learn from Amazon Prime Video? I feel like we know our stuff. I think the only issue we have is just quality of equipment. Is there anything is there any knowledge transfer here?
Oh, of course, there's knowledge transfer, right? I think the Nigerian movie industry has improved greatly, right? At least with the quality of output, right? So I think even for quality of equipment, I think it has improved because that's the technology problem, and that is universal. It can be bought, right? So the quality of cameras have improved, the quality of that has improved. But of course, I think that you'll see very good quality movie, on TV, but the script writing is so terrible, right? The story is still very bad, right? The conversations are really, 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 really terrible, right? That's number one. Number two is that I think that we've not done a lot of sci-fi type movies where, that has to do a lot more with, with animations, with, so again, we can improve on many things, right? But I think that for a normal TV, I think the recordings are sharper. The sound is great. The screen plays. All of those things that has to do with technology and technical expertise seem to be improving and getting better, largely. But when it comes to the script writing, a few things around that part. I mean, the conversations can be sometimes boring. Sometimes the actings are terrible. Again, depending on the budget and the quality of actors that you have. So again, many things are in there. So there are a few things to learn. There are quite a number of things to learn from anyone. So, and of course, even irrespective of how good you are, you can learn from Bruce's mistakes. You can learn from you can improve as well, right? So it's just to ensure continuous improvements and ensuring that yes, everyone is getting better for the benefits of everybody within the industry.
I want to ask you about Disney Plus. Disney has another streaming service, a competitor to Amazon Prime Video. Disney Plus has opened in South Africa. They've been there now, I think, for just over a month or just under a month. Why do you think they haven't opened in Nigeria yet? Nigeria is a larger market. Netflix is here already. I think Amazon Prime Video is available in Nigeria. I'm not sure yet, but what do you make? What do you make a decision to open in South Africa, or maybe they'll open in Nigeria later? Why aren't they here yet? What's your speculation on that?
I mean, because South Africa has people that can afford to pay for the service, right? When you have a large country filled with very poor people, then there's really no point, right? So I guess that's where the thing is, and that's where my concern really is for even Amazon. We've talked about this on this program before, about how, to a larger extent, Amazon itself is opening up in Nigeria, and what my skepticism essentially is on that strategy, right? When I mentioned that we'll learn how people like Konga and Jimmy have struggled over the years. We'll learn how they will learn how people then figure out a way to circumvent the delivery platforms and all of the issues around it. So many things to learn. Especially when you have poor people, you have to be innovative, creative. If you say you want to do promo, people can take advantage of those promos, to just rip you off, right? I looked at the heat map for, say, some of the biggest e-commerce platforms. Some people don't sell anything until Black Friday, right? Again, just because people want to just take advantage. And of course, even the e-commerce platforms have learned that if I want to give you 90% discount, I will increase the price a day before, triple the price a day before, then discount it back to the original price. Again, so we are just playing ourselves in this country, right? So that's so Amazon will learn out quickly as well. That's how to deal with Nigerians. So again, we'll figure that as they go.
I don't know if you've seen this still. I think I was just talking about streaming services today. I don't know. Yesterday, Amazon released, in fact, Jeff Bezos tweeted it, this trailer for the Lord of the Rings series. That thing looks expensive. I think they spent about $450 million on it or whatever. But what do you make of the trailer for the Lord of the Rings series?
Well, I'm not the most excited person. I don't like the movie, right? Why? Because I don't think I would like to immerse myself in more reality type based, movies, rather than the ones that I know will never happen or cannot happen, right? And Lord of the Rings is one of those. So I saw the trailer. Looks really expensive. Looks really good as well, right? So, but again, it means that they're building for a certain type of audience, the American people, the Europeans, right? GDP per capita is high, is better. People can afford, minimum wage is about, $20 per hour or some $15 per hour, right? That's what some people make, what Americans make in a day is what some people make in a month here. $15 per hour minimum wage, when people live on less than $1 a day in Nigeria, right? Do you understand? So in less than a day's wage, you pay for the subscription. Do you understand? So people can afford to do that. So that's why you can spend so much on quality, on better, scripting and all of that kind of issues. But in Nigeria, where, I think that the business of filmmaking is also is a budget and marketing thing. You'd be surprised that it might be more profitable to produce a low budget movie, for quality type movie, and put it on a mass market, but so people can afford to watch it. So more people can afford to watch it than to put your movie on say Netflix or all the streaming platform where only say a few hundred of thousands of people can afford to pay for the subscription and all of that kind of thing. So that, again, there's a way to think about the business of the movies, right? And of course, I know that Jason had already talked about a few of those challenges that making high budget movies in Africa or in Africa might not be the strategy to go, where you can just create some good content and move on. I mean, about 2 years ago, I think Jennifer's Diary was the biggest TV thing in Nigeria at the time. And it wasn't on Netflix. Well, I think it was on YouTube or something. I don't even know where it was streaming. But a lot of people, I remember it was trending at any time. People just loved that movie. And of course, it's good quality acting, but the equipment are not the most expensive equipment. The things are not the most, but people just follow, and if people can follow those kind of, and then it makes a lot of money. The margins are higher for art, and then all of that. So there's a way to think about the business of movies when it comes to poorer countries like Nigeria.
Interesting. Victor,
all right, let's take some of the messages. This one from Taya says, Fisayo, I greet you. Documentary on Buhari, and he's laughing very seriously. Fisayo wants to see sci-fi movies in Lagos. This guy is so overreaching. That's
we have to aspire to
Bolu.
that now. We have to aspire now. I mean, how will you not have a fly movie? Like, we have to aspire to these things.
Okay, now Chico comes in, says, Uncle Lai, your government should be an enabler. Create the conducive business climate. Amazon and the likes will improve the movie industries here. That's about it.
All right. Well, look, Fisayo, I'm interested in the Lord of the Rings series. I don't know if Amazon Prime Video is here. I think it is. I'll see, or maybe not. I'll check. But either way, very quickly, Fisayo, do you think streaming services are a threat to cinemas? Very quickly, we're almost out of time.
Of course, they are a threat to cinemas because some of the biggest blockbusters, we used to call them blockbusters, right? Right. Used to be released at cinemas, and then suddenly now we can't find any of those things in cinemas, right? I've not been to cinemas in 2 years or 3 years now. When there's one just down the street of my house, here, right? So again, I think they're a threat. To streaming services are definitely a threat to the cinemas. But again, I'm also thinking about the market from a different perspective, right? So, again, Nigeria is a very funny place. So if there's a mall around you during, public holidays and Eid, you see, the crowd in the mall, because that's the time people can muster, some 1,200 to go to the mall and buy something to eat. Right, you see a lot of people inside it at the time. So, for streaming service, I was just complaining to my family that I've been paying for this Netflix subscription. I've not watched it as much because I didn't see anything as interesting. I mean, I'm paying how many dollars? $8, $12 a month. Like, that is a lot of money for many people not to afford to pay. So again, but for a cinema, by October 1, for instance, people will flock to the cinema and watch all the movies that they can watch in there and pay 3,000 naira, and everyone will be happy, right? So again, it is designed. There are threats for many people that can afford to pay for, say, streaming services. But of course, streaming services, at least for today, are still far out of reach of many people as well. So again, cinemas then, of course, build that together. There is Netflix and chill, in 2022. But back in days, we used to take, dates to cinemas, right? Yeah. And that is cinema and chill. But again, it's what it is. I guess it depends on what experience you want,
Right.
You're able to figure out. Unless maybe cinema start doing subscription for cinema, so you can just pay a certain amount and then have access to all the movies. I mean, maybe that's not a bad idea. Actually.
Thank you,
And just
Fisayo.
figure it out. Yeah.
Very great conversation for a Feel Good Friday. Let's keep it going on Twitter. It's at Rotancourt and Aremu Fisayo. Use the hashtag Business Express. Also tag us into that conversation, Smooth 981 FM. Let's do this again on Monday at 6:30. Well, the messages are still coming in. I can squeeze in just only this one from Samuel. He says, I've not been to a cinema in 2 years as well. Until yesterday, I went there and it was very scanty. So he's kind of agreeing with what Fisayo said. Let's do this on Monday at 6:30. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. Well, we'll bring you Freshly Pressed at 7:30 today. Good morning. Thank you, everyone.